Have you ever met someone who had every reason to give up, but chose to give instead? Someone who had nothing, yet managed to change the lives of everyone around them. Not with money, but with kindness? Because sometimes the people with the least to give the most. In a small coastal town in California lived a woman named Maria Dawson. Every morning before sunrise, Maria would walk through the quiet streets, pushing a small cart filled with steaming cups of coffee. Her coffee wasn't fancy, but her smile made it unforgettable. One cold winter morning, gray clouds hung low over the city. But not Maria. She wrapped herself in an old coat, lit her tiny stove, and waited at her corner. The air was freezing, and rain fell in slow, steady drops. A young boy came running through the street, shivering and soaked. He looked around nervously before whispering, "Ma'am, can I stand near your fire for a bit? I don't have money." Maria smiled softly. "Of course, sweetheart. Here, have some coffee." The boy hesitated, then held the cup close, feeling warmth return to his cold fingers. For the first time in days, his face relaxed. Before leaving, he said quietly, "Thank you." "My name's Ethan." Maria waved as he disappeared into the mist. She didn't know it then, but that small act of kindness would come back to her years later, in ways she could never imagine. Days passed, then months, then years. Maria kept working, serving coffee, smiling at strangers, sharing warmth even when she barely made enough to eat. People started calling her the Coffee Angel. One afternoon, as she wiped down her cart, a man approached her, well-dressed, confident, holding a clipboard. "Are you Maria Dawson?" he asked. Maria nodded slowly, unsure what was happening. The man smiled. "Someone has already paid for your first shop." Maria froze. My what?" He handed her an envelope. Inside was a handwritten note that read, "For the woman who gave me warmth when the world was cold." "Ethan." Tears filled Maria's eyes. She looked up and saw a small coffee truck parked nearby, brand new, with her name painted softly on the side, Maria's Cup of Kindness. She covered her mouth in disbelief. That boy she once helped was now a grown man, and he hadn't forgotten her warmth. Years later, Maria's Café became a beloved spot in the city. People didn't just come for the coffee. They came for her energy, her calm, her laughter, her kindness. When asked about her success, Maria smiled and said, "I just gave what I wished someone had given me. Kindness." Because when you give from the heart, it always finds its way back. And maybe that's the lesson for us all, that real success isn't measured in money, but in meaning. Not in what we keep, but in what we share. Because one small act of kindness can echo farther than we'll ever see. It can inspire someone to rise, rebuild, and return that kindness to another, creating a ripple that never ends. So, my friend, maybe your act of kindness is still waiting to be given. Maybe there's someone out there who needs your warmth, your words, your smile, your moment of care. Don't wait. Be the reason someone believes in goodness again. If this story touched your heart, don't just scroll away. Act on it. Share this video with someone who needs a little light today. Like it. Leave a comment telling us how kindness changed your life. And subscribe to SoulForge Stories, where every story reminds you that even the smallest spark of goodness can forge something unbreakable inside your soul. Because kindness doesn't fade. It multiplies. And maybe, just maybe, the next miracle starts with you.